Welcome to Sacred Rebels podcast, where we discuss life after trauma as we question societal norms and shatter stigmas. Are you a woman who longs for a sense of community and understanding? Well, stick around. There is a seat for you here. This is your host, Tay.
And co-host Amy.
And we're just two best friend millennial moms and entrepreneurs navigating life and motherhood while on a spiritual healing journey.
We don't do surface level, and we're definitely not your typical moms, so let's dig deep. We plan to cover it all and take you behind the scenes as we share our personal experiences, learn more about the holistic side of healing, and introduce all the incredible humans we've met along the way.
Join us as we share the good, the bad, and the ugly side of healing. We hope to help you step into your power. Thanks so much for listening. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Sacred Rebels. Well, I don't even...
It's not an episode.
I guess I wouldn't even call this an episode. We're going to recap season 1.
Recap.
And talk about what we plan on doing for season 2, because we're just so excited to rest over this winter season, and we can't
just
even
need a fucking break.
Yeah, and we can't even make this shit up. Wait till you guys hear the card that Aim pulled after we do our big deep breath. Like, can't even make it up.
One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Really expel all the air out, push it out. Big inhale, lift up, rise up, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Honestly, it's so fucking wild because Tay's always like, Amy, pull the card. And I actually was going to tell her to just pull the card because I've really been telling her to like step into her power. But I was just like, whatever. She wants me to pull the card. I've been doing it all season, so I'll just do it.
Yep.
And we pulled the Restore and Replenish card.
Which is like literally why we're here.
I can fucking not.
Yeah.
Like, we were doing a recap because we need a break. Like, we both have been working like since February, just busting our ass, doing all the things. And, you know, we started this podcast not understanding like what it was going to be and like, you know, how beautiful it was going to grow. And I mean, guys, like 1,000 people listen to these episodes.
I know, it's wild.
Like, do it. Like, it's just like, it's so crazy to like be like, holy fucking shit. So we're here. Like, tonight is a celebration of us. Like, we're fucking doing it. Like, we had a dream, we had a vision, we ordered the shit, and like
had no idea what we were doing, by the way.
idea.
Like, we didn't come into this having like a background with tech or media production or any of it. Like, I literally, like, we went away one weekend and we're just like, yeah, we're starting a podcast, came home and like didn't waste any fucking time. Like, we ordered everything we needed to order. And
we didn't think about it, and we just started our first episode.
I just watched
threw
YouTube videos,
out
how to edit a podcast, how to post a podcast, how to like, and I was just like, fuck it, I can handle this. Like, we're doing it.
It's so funny though. I did see a meme the other day that said that podcast equipment should be just as hard as buying guns, and I'm like, wait a sec, that's actually true, because so many people could just like put out information out in there, because there is a lot of false information. But we always say it, like, we're not out here giving advice, like we're just sharing our experience. We're not doctors, like we're just out here shooting the shit. This is like our living room day-to-day conversations, the people we've met along the way. So you know, we're not trying to spread any misinformation. We just say this is our lives, and like we're out here like doing these magical, beautiful things. And our, you know, we were both fucking, you know, crazy heroin drug addicts, fucking childhood trauma survivors, and we're just like, wow, like we could have went the complete opposite way, but we've now like are successful women that own businesses and raise children and have beautiful friendships. And so we just feel like that's really important to share.
Yeah, that's like a humble brag. That's not to like throw that shit in anyone's face. It's just to show you that like we literally came from like rock bottom, like the depths of hell. Yeah. And turned like pain into purpose and have this like magical, beautiful community because of it. And
because
we met
shared
each other
struggle,
in that.
Shared struggle. I also heard this thing the other day that going through struggle with somebody releases oxytocin, and it's like another form of like creating that chemical bond when you like share a struggle together, like marriages that go through things or friendships that go through things. And that's why people in AA and like communities and those kinds of things, because shared struggle is actually so important.
It's
when
a connection.
Like me and Tay, we've been through some shit.
Yeah, we have. And we've seen each other through some shit.
Yeah, it's
over
like
the years.
It's like peaks and valleys. It's right. It's like, yeah, like I was Tay's sponsor and we met that way. But, you know, as, you know, we grew, we grow together, and then we just walk hand in hand. And then I fucking say, like, I could not have gotten through this year without Tay. Like, without this podcast, without this community. Like, it's so beautiful.
And you were so vital to my early sobriety, like my first few years. Like, truly, you were like the first person I connect. I went through like 6 sponsors before I found you. Because I just like wasn't gonna settle, and every sponsor I had before you, like I just wasn't connecting with, and I was like, nope, there's gonna be someone that I'm gonna find that's gonna like help me and like see me, you know. And then I found you,
and then I got to be present for like Kanan's birth. Like I was there for that. Like we've just been through like so many beautiful, you know, her wedding, and we've just been through so many beautiful things together, and life, and now doing this together, and breath work together, and our kids are fucking best friends. Like
hashtag
our kids,
power couple.
Yeah, who says that power couples have to be like a male and a female? Right?
Yeah,
like,
we are the ultimate power couple.
100%, no fucking shame in that. But I want to read a little bit about it before we get too lost up and caught up, because that's what we do. It's like
tangent.
You are in need of something so much deeper than rest. You need restoration. Replenishment and revival. This will not necessarily come from lying about somewhere, taking a moment out of your day or evening activities. You are more likely to gain what you need by breaking your routine completely and doing something different. You need some variety, some spice, some change to bring fresh energy into your body, mind, and heart. You need to restore and revive yourself by changing the usual flow of energy through your being. You could stimulate this process by going to a different place, meeting different people, and taking different actions to what you would usually do. You can return to regular routine in time. It feels good for you. However, it's not to move without pushing yourself beyond what is known, comfortable, and familiar. I fucking love that so much, because it's like
so spot on.
It's not just about like laying down, or it's not just like deep restoration and deep rest is like, it's like the same thing as like an action word, right? You can't just like sit on your couch and like watch fucking Netflix and think you're like getting restored, right? That's why, you know, sound healings and breath work, like that is like deep states of rest and healing and change and getting out of the mundane routine, because it's like what we talked about when Katie was on the podcast. Like everybody's so fucking caught up in the fact that they need to like work their 9 to 5, do this, come home, get dinner, go to the same restaurants, you know, you go on the same vacations, you do the same fucking shit, and you're just like in this routine of doing the same shit all the time, seeing the same people, doing the same things. Like that's not how the fuck we're supposed to live.
Yeah, we need variety.
Yeah, we need to like explore, like go somewhere, like
we need connection. We need to meet people. I think that's like the biggest lesson I've learned this year. And like, because I was never someone to go and take myself out to eat by myself, like this year I have really embraced.
It's my fucking favorite.
Yeah, I know.
I talk to everybody.
I know you love that, but like I would never bring myself out. Like I just wouldn't go by myself. And this year I really embraced going out to eat by myself, especially after like a long wedding day. Like I would go get myself something to eat. I would sit at the bar so I could talk to people and interact. And I had like the most beautiful experiences this summer. And I was like, holy fuck, like I'm going to do this more often. I'm going to take myself out more often, because looking around, right? Like, and I'm not perfect. Like I'm not one to say that like I'm not always on my phone either, but looking around at the past few times that I've been out, everyone is so fucking caught up in their phones that like this little old lady that was sitting next to me at the bar, like she was just shooting the shit with me because I didn't have my phone out. I kept my phone in my backpack the whole time. And so like she was like, you know, a young girl like you, what are you doing at the bar by yourself? And, you know, look around, everyone's on their phones and you're not. And I'm like, well, clearly I'm here to meet you. Like, and so it was just beautiful. But now like that's a lesson, right? Like this day and age, this society, we are so, you walk in the street and everyone's looking down. Like, when's the last time you've walked on a fucking sidewalk and made like eye contact with someone? You don't.
I do. I'm always I'm just like different, but most people don't.
Most people
are
looking down.
And that's why I travel alone. And when I'm sitting next to somebody in an airplane, like if I'm traveling alone, like remember I texted that girl. She wants to come on the podcast. We still talk on Instagram. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Exactly.
Like, you just say hi to the person next to you. Like people need to communicate. I've made some of the most wildest, beautiful the happy juice that I've been doing. The girl we met at the beach one day. Our kids played together. Gavin and her son, they're the same age, and we just like randomly met on the beach, And we've stayed connected through Facebook. Like,
love that.
It's been like 6 years, I think.
I know, I love that.
Like, it's like all this stuff is so wild. Like, you just like never know who you're going to meet. And we are so blocked off from doing things outside of our routine that we just miss it. We miss the magic.
Yeah, we do.
We're missing the magic.
We really are. And so we encourage you to really rest and restore these next few months into winter, and to maybe do things that are different, like get out of your comfort zone, you know, do things that you wouldn't normally do, speak to people that you normally wouldn't speak to at like the grocery store, or
say hi, pick your head up, smile.
Yeah, like just get out of your fucking phones. Like, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, and it's hard too, because I mean, even for me, like, you know, I'm working now on like the app and like I'm doing all these things on my phone, but I really just like have been trying, right? Even with my kids, like all the things, like pick up your phone when your kids are talking to you, like all the things. But go like rest and restore. I know it's like money, right? It's like we think about what you're spending your money on. Like, are you going out to order DoorDash? Like, where can you save money that you can go and like there's so many cheap places where you can like go to a random like little cabin, or like it's ski season, or just like go do something, save your money, choose differently to go and have adventures and like get out of your routine experiences. The same thing with Christmas is coming up with your kids. Like, buy your kids experiences, like go on trips, like fuck the toys. Do you know how many fucking toys I throw away? The stupid little things that they want.
That's like a staple in our house. I tell all my family members, like, nope, we want experiences over gifts, because like my mom gets us tickets to Storyland every year. Wendy got us a hotel, like a family hotel last year.
It's
like,
core memories. It's the shit that we talk about. Like our kids, like running in your backyard, like the horse, like Pixie, and like doing all the things. It's like the little shit. Like we think we've been so programmed because we're so live in the material world, and that they see all these things on TV and they want all these gifts and these Barbies and like all these things. They're never gonna fucking remember any of those toys. I don't remember a single fucking toy. Like maybe like a Mr. Potato Head, right? Or like a my Super Nintendo. I love my Super Nintendo.
I remember my American Girl dolls. I was like obsessed with American Girl dolls for a little bit.
Yeah, but like
that's about it.
Right, exactly. You have like one big toy or blanket or something, stuffed animal maybe that you remember. But like you remember the trips. Like I remember the
vacations,
like the
family time,
the things. Like that is what is important. And like we really, this holiday season coming up, that's why we're taking this time off. We're resting. We're spending time with our kids. We're going to plan some new traditions, make new traditions, create your own reality, like create your own holidays, like create your own things. Like make it what you want it to make. Fuck the traditions. If you don't like the shit that your family did growing up, start over. You have the power to change it.
Yeah, start over.
And people just think that they're stuck. People think they're so fucking stuck and like that this is what it has to be. Like, no, it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're just really excited. We're celebrating season 1. We can't believe that,
oh my God,
you know, it's taken off this this far. Like, it's honestly mind-blowing, and it's so humbling, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
The messages in the women's circle that we've created, like this last women's circle was so beautiful. We laughed. I haven't laughed and just
shook our asses.
Connected.
We laughed and shook our asses.
Oh yeah, and everybody was empowered and confident and happy. Yep. We got so many messages. I get so many messages. I'm also, guys, like those messages that you send me, and I know I don't post all of them, because if I posted all of them, people would be like a lot, it's like you almost like, but some of them are just, it's so much and it's so beautiful, and like I literally cry, and we send them to each other, and we're just so happy that there's people, and like you just like know that you're not alone anymore, because literally like I remember that feeling. I remember the feeling of not having anybody. I remember the feeling of living in purgatory. Like I remember just being so fucking miserable and not being able to like share, or like feeling alone in the times when you're like, you know, in between, you know, if you're in AA and in between white ships, or even the fact of this past 3 years of like leaving AA, like wherever you're at in your journey, and wherever you're at where we're sharing these beautiful things that we're sharing and we've gone through, like you guys sharing your collective experience with us, it's like, it fills my heart. It just reminds me of, you know, what we're doing, why we're fucking doing this.
I know. It's epic. We're doing epic shit.
Epic shit. Every Monday we're like, we leave the podcast.
Hashtag epic shit. That's it.
I messaged Dana, I'm like, fuck, bitch, we are doing epic ass shit. And our life is so beautiful and I'm so grateful.
We just say it all the time, right? Like, if you don't have magic in your life, create it. Create it. Because if you're not living a magical life, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, why?
Why?
There's so much magic.
There's so much magic and it's so beautiful and it just presents itself every single day. And like, this podcast has really just kind of opened doors for us in ways that we never really thought it would. So
I had a recent situation and I just want to share this because I think, there's a lot of people that, maybe think this, right? Like there's always going to be haters. And I, lived a lot of lives and I've done a lot of fucked up shit in my life. And like, I've changed a lot and grown a lot, as we all have. We're human beings. Everybody wants to act like, there are these perfect, human beings that are out doing these things, but they want to criticize what everybody else is doing. And there's probably a good, 10, 20 people that maybe just really don't fucking like me like at all. Maybe there's more, but who really cares? Because I have hundreds of people, right? We have hundreds of people. So if you like have those haters or those people that's maybe limiting you or thinking that like, oh, I'm not going to start this podcast
just
or I'm not
going to do this person thing that you're like scared is going to judge you.
Even if it's 10. Even if it's 10 fucking people, there's going to be hundreds and potentially thousands, right? Like, there's thousands. Like, we have our episodes. There's some episodes that have thousands of people that have viewed our episodes. There are thousands of people that are listening to what we have to say.
And I'm sure not every single one of those people even like us.
Yeah, they probably
but they're still listening and helping our algorithm. So, like,
the haters are going to hate. Yeah. You can just keep doing that shit. But that's what I'm saying. Like, those few negative people in your life that are holding you back. Like, your story is important. Your unique gift is important. You have a story to say. If it's coming to you and you're feeling pulled and you really just like want to do the thing, fucking do the thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because who the fuck cares about those fucking 10, 20 people?
Yeah. You can't live your life on someone else's opinions. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's not
for sure.
Yeah, and then the magic. And then you miss out on the magic.
So much magic.
So much fucking magic.
So, yeah, we wanted to come and kind of like recap and just express our gratitude and love for y'all because we would not be here, without y'all. And going forward, this next few months, I posted today in the... Well, today's Monday, but when this episode comes out, it'll be Wednesday. So I posted in our story like an email form. So you can enter your email addresses because we're going to do weekly newsletters, kind of just like we do weekly episodes. We're going to do a weekly newsletter. So we're going to still pull a card, whether it be from this deck or we might even switch up the deck that we use going forward. We'll see like what happens, but we're going to do weekly card pulls like we do on every episode and set like the intention for the week and just like kind of put some clips of like past podcast posts in there and like a cute little message weekly. So stay tuned for that. And
sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah. Make sure that you're signed up and enter in your email. And then also the big thing that we've been talking about for season 2 is that we're going to open this up to men. At first, we had this vision of only interviewing women and having this be like exclusively women. And like, that's been beautiful. And we created a women's circle out of this. But I think this past year, we've seen, more men come to the healing center and come here at Sacred Moon and just kind of, remind us that like, okay, men need healing too. Like men are human too. And I think it would be a really, really positive, empowering experience to have men come and sit with us, interview like a masculine point of view, and have that, for some of our listeners. Because we are like our demographic right now, we have like 90% women, 10% men. So there are those like 10% men that listen.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to kind of...
to grow that.
Yeah, balance that out a little.
And we have like, I've met a lot of amazing men on this spiritual path, like on this healing path with amazing stories, same thing. So, and, this past year and being able to, have male friendships, it's like they've been some of the most valuable friendships in my life.
Yeah.
Like not sexual, like you can have those relationships, like it's really important and like some like different in opinion and those kinds of things. So, Really, and I have a lot of them, and there's a lot of men in the spiritual community, and I'm really excited. And if you are a man and you are a listener and you have a story to tell, there's a few veterans that come in for class that I want to have, like how that breath work is helping them being veterans. Like if you have a story or some, healing modality that you want to share, please reach out to us. We would love to have you. We will start back in the Lunar New Year. That is the goal. And, there's always the Sacred Community app. You can
maybe
join
a little
the app.
sooner. Maybe January.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And we might pop on. You never know. Yeah. We might pop off and just, do a Christmas episode or a fucking holiday. You never know with us. Yeah. You never fucking know.
But we also are going to be doing a ton more reels because I feel like that is a huge request. Like, so many people message us after we post a reel together. Which I swear.
That's just us, guys. We're just literally if you've seen us at our house on kids' play dates, we're always like, wait, who let us? We're just on the playground.
And who are the kids
The other day I was running on top of the slide, fucking literally one of the kids, there's a bunch of moms there, and I'm there's a tube slide, and I'm running through the tube slide, doing all this shit, and they're like, who the fuck is this mom? We just don't care. I just want to be a kid.
You have to get down and play with your kids, right?
Yeah, we rolled down the hill. I rolled down the hill the other day with them.
It's not silly. If I see a mom at a playground, literally on all fours, playing with their kids and being the sea monster, I fucking love that shit. I'm yes, mom, go mom. You're not worried about what other people are thinking about you, which, again, mom shaming, right? Why would who the fuck would ever make fun of any mom for, playing with their child?
And that's what they do.
It's so silly. It's so silly to me. So
everyone's got a stick up their ass. Fucking remove the stick and go and fucking go down the slide. Just be a kid.
That's what your inner child needs. That for me, that is the most healing for my inner child, is when I'm playing with my kids and being a child with my children. That is the most fun that I have. That is the most silly I feel. That is the most free I feel. Present, content. It's so good for your inner child. So
with the holidays coming up, do the weird shit with your kids.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares? Sled down the hill. Go sledding. When's the last time you went sledding? Go tubing. Go tubing with your kids. To go sledding on. So fun.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, so I think I just said it, but if you guys miss us, there's always a Sacred Community app. You could jump on the app, come to a class. We'll be here. Taylor's doing online breath work. We're doing the women's circle. We still have all the things going on. We're just going to take a Monday night break off. Because it's the only night that I don't have my kids and I don't have anything to do other than do the treatment center in the afternoon. But, I'll be able to, rest. And I made a story about it the other day, all the things that have happened this year and all the beautiful magic that I've created out of it all. And I'm just so fucking grateful. But I definitely just need to, revel in it. I need to just, we need to just, celebrate. Soak it the fuck in. Be proud of ourselves. It's so beautiful. We're so blessed. We're so blessed.
We say it so much when we're together too. We just look around and we're
just wait,
what is this life?
This is so great. This is so beautiful. We live the best life.
But that just goes to show anyone can do it. If we can do it, you can do it. This, you just have to get out of your own way and start making steps forward, because that's just all it took. It was just an idea to action.
Yeah, and we're here to help you do that. Reach out. We're here to help you. We're here to empower you. We're here to have you grow.
Yeah.
So let's place one hit on the heart, one hit on the belly. We'll close the same way we close. Keep an eye out. Sign up for the newsletter. We're here for you. Reach out to us. We love you. Big inhale. Lift up, rise up, fill up. Exhale, let that shit fucking go.
We love y'all so much.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen to what we have to say. It means the world. As always, we want to end this episode by reminding you that we are not medical professionals and we are not giving any type of medical advice. We are simply sharing our experience and solutions.
We are here with the intentions of reminding you that you are never alone and that everyone's healing journey is unique to the individual. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms to stay updated. Stay well, Sacred Rebels. See you next time.